How do you freeze cooked potatoes? If you have cooked potatoes and want to save them for later, you might be wondering how to freeze them properly. Freezing cooked potatoes is a great way to keep them fresh and ready for future meals. Let's go through the steps to make sure your potatoes stay tasty and maintain their texture when you thaw them. First, after cooking your potatoes, it is important to cool them quickly. This helps to prevent any bacteria from growing. You can do this by spreading the potatoes out on a tray or a plate. Make sure they are not piled on top of each other. Next, you will want to portion the cooled potatoes. Think about how you plan to use them later. You can cut them into diced pieces, make mashed patties, or even leave them whole if that is how you cook them. Portioning makes it easier to grab just what you need when you are ready to cook. Now it is time to freeze the potatoes. Take a baking sheet and line it with parchment paper. Place the portioned potatoes on the sheet, making sure they do not touch each other. This step is important because it prevents them from sticking together while they freeze. Leave them in the freezer for about 6 to 12 hours until they are solid. Once the potatoes are frozen, transfer them to airtight containers or freezer bags. Make sure to remove as much air as possible from the bags before sealing them. This will help keep them fresh for a longer time. If you are freezing specific potato dishes, there are a few extra tips to keep in mind. For mashed potatoes, add a good amount of fat like butter, cream, or sour cream. This will help keep the texture nice when you thaw them. You can from the mashed potatoes into patties or keep them as a mass and freeze them on a cookie sheet before putting them into containers. For scalloped potatoes, bake them until they are almost tender, then cool them quickly. Cover the dish with moisture-resistant paper and freeze it right in the baking dish. When you are ready to eat, you can bake them straight from the freezer at 400 degrees Fahrenheit until they are heated through. If you have stuffed baked potatoes, take the cooked potato out of the skin, mash it, and then put it back into the skin. Wrap them up and freeze. When you want to serve them, bake at 425 degrees Fahrenheit for about 30 minutes. Freezing cooked potatoes is a smart way to prepare for busy days and reduce food waste. You can have ready-to-use ingredients for dishes like casseroles or roasted potatoes. Plus, freezing helps to keep the nutritional value of the potatoes intact. So, next time you cook potatoes, remember these steps to freeze them properly for future meals.